Milestones of the Century. At the close of 1951, New York prepared for a catastrophe that all of us pray will never come, the atom bomb. In a spectacular drill limited to defense workers, fire and rescue equipment was rushed to stricken areas. The mammoth exercise came very close to reality in the damp and noise-filled darkness pierced by blinding searchlights. Geysers of water spouted from the street, and crews hurried in to shut the broken mains. Firemen and policemen by the tens of thousands took part in the 2 3/4-hour drill, along with some 200,000 volunteers. Geiger counter crews checked for radioactivity. Then hospital crews removed the injured to field ambulances. From bomb buildings, injured persons were lowered, and live volunteers, not dummies, were used. It was a success. But what happened when the whole city took part a few days later? Times Square was its normal, busy self in the last seconds before the drill. Then the Sirens WAIL sent New York's inhabitants, all of them, to shelter. The hour was a surprise, but New Yorkers, and this visitor from the north too, knew what to do. All buses, taxis, and autos discharged their passengers, who were guided by wardens to shelters. Movement was rapid but orderly. Housewives drew shades and turned off gas before proceeding to shelter zones in their own buildings, usually central, solidly constructed areas. Office workers left their desks and went to designated shelter zones. School children had been drilling for just this day. New York subways provided most of the public shelters. Times Square was deserted 2 minutes after the alert. A great city was silent. The all clear sounded and New York came to life. Where had everybody been? The shelters were empty, the buildings, the subway stations, the city stores. Movement began again. Seemingly, New York was back to normal. But after a drill involving 8 million participants and bringing a giant city to a dead standstill, the daily routine of life would never be taken for granted again. The day all New York first took cover provided us with a milestone of vigilant precaution in this century of atomic might.